Hey everyone, so today's video is not a compilation or not a video about me reviewing a show or ranting about anything. Today's video is not even a funny one. This past weekend, Saturday specifically, was the 4th of July. It's when Americans observe Independence Day, for when we declared independence from the British. I especially did not feel like celebrating Independence Day this year. Anyone care to guess why? Oh, what's that? Did someone raise their hand? Yes, Norman, I'd like to know why. Oh, good thing you asked. I didn't feel like celebrating 4th of July this year because what are we celebrating? What are we celebrating? I don't get it. Like, can someone legit tell me what are we celebrating? We have a pandemic going on in the world. The United States is #1 in cases, and we are seeing states having spikes after reopening too quickly. I'm not proud of that. I'm not celebrating that. I'm not setting off fireworks or having a barbecue because of that. We have people running the government of both major political parties who don't care about the citizens of this country. I'm not proud of that. These people don't represent me. I see genuine faces trying to make the world a better place, but right now I'm not proud of where the country is politically, especially when we have an election this November and we have to choose the lesser of two evils once again. And also, unfortunately, Kanye West has now announced a presidency campaign, so we have to deal with that. Like I said, unfortunately. Like, imagine if we had Keeping Up with the Kardashians inside the Oval Office. I mean, that's ridiculous, right? Oh, wait. Where have I heard this type of thinking before? I remember 2016 almost thinking exactly like this. How absolutely ludicrous and ridiculous would it be to have a celebrity as president? I guess we don't have to imagine anymore because we're living through it, so. And like, it's July, but I feel like it's still the end of May and June. We now more than ever have to deal with systematic racism in this country. I mean, people will say, blue lives matter. All lives matter. You're funny. You make me laugh. No. All lives don't matter until Black Lives Matter, you know? It's just not a statement. And obviously Black lives don't matter as much as white lives, so. Also, yeah, no. Blue lives don't matter. I hate the argument of there are good cops. Not all cops are bad. There are good cops. It's like, shut up. Because you might be a good person, but you choosing to become a cop is enabling a racist system that puts away people who aren't even bad at heart, or maybe have done something super tiny that probably isn't even that bad, and yet, you know, they get, you know, a lot of jail time or even worse. I mean, there is a double standard in the justice system, and it's an unfair one. Unfortunately, this has been going on for a long time in our country and around the world, where one race thinks that they are better than the other one. No one is saying Black lives only matter. No one is saying that Black lives are the better race. We just want equality, accountability. So when we see corporations saying, oh sure, we'll change Aunt Jemima to some other random woman, no, that's not what we asked for. I mean, I guess it's good that, yes, these are changes in the right direction, but that's not what we asked for. We asked for you guys to help defund things that keep people of color, communities of color, grounded. I mean, it's not rocket science to figure out that many of the reasons why people live in poverty without good education, with drugs in their hands, is because white people place systems to keep them that way in a constant loop and cycle. Years ago, even before I was born, like in the 50s, the 60s, even before then, the entire history of this country, white people have been keeping black people suppressed, and Hispanics and Asians. So, I mean, I'm not proud of that. I'm not celebrating that this 4th of July. What should I be celebrating? Honestly, can someone tell me? What should I be celebrating? I posted something on Snapchat, kind of similar, verbatim, as to what I'm saying right now. And one of my friends slid up, and she's like, I 100% agree with everything you're saying, but like, can't we just like ignore history for now? Can't we just have fun? Can we forget the hate? Can we just be around friends and family? No. I thought 4th of July was all about the history. I mean, it's about the independence of this country, which, mind you, we stole from Native Americans. Not me. I'm not saying any of my white friends or black friends or anyone I know stole this country. The founding fathers, the white racist founding fathers of this country, they stole the land from Native Americans because they couldn't speak English, because they were seen as animals. So I'm not proud of that either. I can like living in the United States, but I'm not proud of living here because of the horrible history we have. And then I bet you someone will be like, it's because we wanted independence from the British. It's like, okay, but if the founding fathers did not care about communities or people of color in the 1700s, when they wrote up the Constitution, they were talking about land-owning rich white men. Okay, they didn't care about women. They didn't care about black people. They didn't care about Asian people. They didn't care about Spanish people. Well, not Spanish, that's different thing. Latino people, and most importantly, Native Americans. So, I mean, I'm not proud of anything this Independence Day. Maybe I should be proud of the way that a lot of Americans are resilient to the horribleness of this country. I just needed to go on a little rant. I'm sorry, I usually don't get political because of the way I was raised. I don't like talking politics, but just make sure when you're hanging out with friends and family, at pool parties with your barbecue, blasting music, having fun, make sure you have in the back of your mind that this country is not something to be proud of in 100 years. Definitely not even in 200 or 300 years. Until the country is accountable for what they've done in the past, there's nothing to be proud of. I mean, pointless wars, stupid laws which criminalize people for dumb crimes. I mean, like, I think like this small amount of marijuana on you can get you, like, I don't know, 5+ years in jail. But someone can literally beat a man to death and only get a few months in jail. Like, I just know that someone would call me some delusional, whiny Gen Z Zoomer or whatever. I'm not stupid. I was very stupid when I was young, though. I was naive. I was gullible. When I was in elementary school, I thought everything was kumbaya, that racism was gone, we solved everything, everyone was loving each other and peaceful with each other. No. Look, we're still fighting for our rights. We think everything was solved in the 60s? No. Black people still fighting for their rights. LGBT is still fighting for their rights. Minorities are still fighting for their lives. At the end of the day, just ask yourself, what are you proud of? What are you celebrating this 4th of July? Adios.